O sige, ito na. Pwede natin on the spot, put on the spot ito dahil sigurado maraming magtatanong dito. From the petroleum industry, ang presidente po ng Uni Oil at Euro 4 fuels in the Philippines. Ipaliliwanag na kung ano talaga mahusay na pwede natin gamitin at Euro 4. Mr. Kenneth C. Puntanera.
We import our fuels from other countries, and I think that is one of the reasons why we are able to bring in fuels that are more advanced than the local refineries. Kasi sa ibang bansa, mas matataas na yung standards nila. So our journey starts in 2002. Based on the Clean Air Act, ang requirement po is the first standard that they required was to lower the benzene and aromatics content, 2% and 35% max, effective January 1, 2003. So Uni Oil, as early as mid-2002, has already started selling Clean Air Act compliant gasoline with our product that we call Quantum. In 2002 po yan. Next. In 2003, Uni Oil, along with 4 other different oil companies, Sea Oil, Jetty, Eastern, and City Oil, introduced 500 ppm sulfur. This is the Clean Air Act compliant diesel, which should take effect January 1, 2004. So as early as August 26, 2003, nagbebenta na po kami. Kami po yung unang nagpasok nung 500 ppm sulfur diesel. That was 2003. This was followed in 2005 with the Pure Diesel Plus, ang tawag namin. It's a new improved diesel with significant smoke reduction. Naglagay ho kami ng combustion improvers using this Greenbird, patented Greenbird technology para mabawasan yung usok ng ating diesel. This was launched in 2005. Then in November 2012, we launched Uni Oil Euro 4 diesel. This diesel was made available in all Uni Oil gasoline stations. Since November 2012 up to now, wala na akong binenta ang Uni Oil gas stations natin ng any diesel other than Euro 4 standard diesel. And then July 15, 2013, we also launched Uni Oil Euro 4 gasoline. So ever since July 15, 2013 up to now, lahat ng gasolina, pati yung diesel, ng lahat ng Uni Oil stations ay Euro 4 compliant. Hindi na kami nagbenta ng any other type of gasoline and diesel. So, during 2013, we were the first to introduce, although now, because of the recent down of the DNR, meron na mga ibang kumpanyang sumusunod na at nagbebenta na rin ng Euro 4 quality diesel. Although hindi pa po lahat. Sa Metro Manila, 2 pa lang po I think kaming kumpanya na nag-announce na Euro 4 quality diesel. All those, sorry. Hindi pa po. Yung isa dun sa Big 3 is already selling Euro 4 quality gasoline. Only gasoline. Yung petrol. Pero yung diesel, kami pa lang po yung nag-commit at nagsabing hindi na kami magbebenta ng Euro 2 quality. So that's actually our Euro 4 journey quality fuel. Our journey to quality fuels ever since 2002 up to now. Of course, in the coming years, we're looking forward to introduce higher standard quality fuels. Mind you, ang gusto ko lang i-highlight is in-introduce mo namin itong mga fuels na to ever since 2002 without charging higher prices. That's the key, no? If ang rason mo lagi ng ibang oil companies is kapag pinilit nyo kaming gawin yan, tataas namin yung presyo. Eh, kaya naman nung hindi eh. No? It's a question of really, of course, I cannot speak for them, no? But it's a question of really increasing your efficiency, di ba? And then lowering your margin. But you have to see the bigger picture. Di ba? Bakit kung nyo dapat magbibigay ng mas magandang fuel? Why is it important to sell a better fuel or a better product? Okay? To continue, I just want to share with the audience, no, ano ba yung naging challenges namin, no, when we introduced Euro 4 fuels? Because I think this is where the oil company and the other stakeholders can work together. Dito yung mga challenges na nakita namin. And I classify them into 3 major challenges, no. Basically, it's awareness, the misconceptions, and the relevance, no? Relevance. And I will explain one by one. Basically, the first challenge that we encountered is awareness. Hindi naiintindihan yung tao kung anong Euro 4. Lalong-lalo na yung mga jeepney drivers. Kahit sabihin mo, boss, mas malinis tong fuel na to, Euro 4 quality. They cannot understand. It's the difficulty of explaining the concept, no? So, sa amin, if other stakeholders like the DNR and the media can actually explain what is the difference between a Euro 4 quality fuel and a Euro 2 quality fuel, it creates awareness with the consumers. Alam nila bakit Euro 4? Bakit nga ba Euro 4? Bakit Euro 2? Anong kaibahan nila? Basically, Euro 4 nga, quality fuels complies with European emission standards mandated ever since 2005. Ever since 2005, that's already the highest standard. Now, nasa Euro 6 na nga po, sabi ng ating kaibigan sa DOE. It's basically fuel that has 90% less sulfur content. Na-mention na rin po kanina yan ni Yusek Leones, no? It only has 50 parts per million of sulfur. Okay? Second, misconceptions. Alam niyo po, as early as 2010, we launched Euro 4 Diesel 2012. But as early as 2010, we already wanted to launch it. But prior to launching our Euro 4 Diesel, pumunta ko kami sa different non-petroleum, non-government organizations. Like, for example, CAMPI, Car Manufacturers Association, to tell them na we want to introduce Euro 4 quality fuels already and ask them. And one of the main things that we received from them is, bakit nyo ibebenta ang Euro 4 fuels? Puro Euro 2 naman yung sasakyan natin. No? Yun nga po. So basically po, the engines, most of the engines running in the Philippines are Euro 2 compliant. Tama po, marami po yung mga lumang engines dyan eh. So, anong kwenta nung gumamit ako ng malinis na fuel pang Euro 4 para dun sa Euro 2? So, that's what we tried to debunk, this misconception. We had several tests with DNR EMB. So, these tests were monitored by DNR EMB to try to prove otherwise. No? So, if you look at this chart, those tests happened February 3 to 10, 2011, and then April to May 2013. Particularly, ito yung mga tinest namin, no? Medyo malabo eh, yung ano, no? But basically, ito, year levels. Ito yung mga taon ng mga sasakyan. So, 2004, meron mo kaming dalawang PUJ, 2008 and 2009. So, basically, ito, 2007. Basically, old engines. We tested it by putting in Euro 2 fuels, yung conventional na nabibili niya sa labas, takbo, and then tinetest ng DOE, ng DNR on smoke opacity. Itong nasa taas, puro smoke opacity. Itong nasa baba is hydrocarbons and carbon monoxide. So, lahat ng test niya, DNR ang gumawa. At sila rin ho ang nagdala ng equipment. Sila rin ho ang tumingin. No? So, if you look at it, if we use Euro 2 engines, Euro 2 engines, pati Jeep, ito ang reduction in smoke opacity, which proves that even if you're using a Euro 2 engine, if you use a cleaner fuel, yung usok mo, lilinis. Diba? Sabi nga po kanina ni Yusek Leones, very simple. 500 parts per million, 50. Obviously, talagang lilinis ho yan. So this gave us the confidence to go ahead and launch the product. Kasi nakita namin na, una-una, hindi siya makakasama, makakalinis pa siya ng even the old engines. Okay, so these are very important tests. This test, ito lang yung isa, no? This 2010 car was actually tested by the request of one of the OEMs. It's a US company. It's actually Chrysler. Sila yung pumunta sa amin, alam nila meron kaming Euro 4. They wanted to test the Euro 4 product on their car because their car is actually Euro 4 engine. And we tested it side by side using a competitor and our product. No? And even if you look at this one, 83%, malinis na ho siya. This is a Euro 4 vehicle. Makita niyo ho yung kanyang smoke opacity, malinis na talaga. But even if you use, pag gamit niyo ng Euro 4 fuel, it's 83% cleaner than using, kahit na malinis na, nalinis pa niya. So, anyway, these tests are documented and certified by the DNR. Second, so after that test, tinest namin ho yan in terms of cleanliness of the opacity. No? We also tested on its performance. It's very difficult to find a testing center in the Philippines. Yung mechanical na talagang certifying body na ano. So we were able to find a UP, Department of Mechanical Engineering. No? They have a machine that is able to test fuel efficiency. So we tested our Euro 4 fuels. Aside from giving you cleaner emissions, our Euro 1 Euro 4 fuels were tested to provide about 1.8% reduction in fuel consumption. 1.8%. No? Kung titingnan nyo, parang ang liit. 1.8% lang ang natipid ko. But if you look at it, 1.8% is actually about 1 liter for every 50 liters of full tank. 1 liter for every full tank. It's about, that's about 1 liter. That's 1.8%. So, performance-wise, our Euro 4 fuels also provide you better fuel efficiency. And this is why we are confident to claim with our products na Euro 4 fuels provides fuel efficiency, cleaner emissions, protects the engine, and provides more engine power. Lastly, relevance. No? So, ito yung isa sa hirap na hirap din kami when we launched Euro 4. When we do consumer surveys, we usually regularly do consumer surveys to check kung ano ba yung pakiramdam ng tao. At tatanungin namin, normally, ang isang question namin doon is, ano ba ang hinahanap mo kapag pipili ka ng gasolina na gagamitin mo o diesel na gagamitin mo? And normally, in almost all the surveys, ang benefit to the environment, di ba? Pipiliin mo ba, ipaprioritize mo ba ang isang produkto na alam mo ay makakalinis sa environment, makakatulong sa environment, is low in the, nandyan yung number 1, yung mura. Gusto ko mura, gusto ko fuel efficient, gusto ko malakas ang makina, pero yung gusto ko makakatulong sa environment is a bit low. Nandun siya sa pang-5, pang-6. So that's why, if you come up and say na, uy, mag-Euro 4 tayo. Mag-Euro 4 na tayo para gumanda ang ating environment, makatulong tayo sa environment, you have a very low turnout. And that's just like today, no? Sabi nga ni Congressman mo kanina na parang matamlay yung dating ng mga guests. You know? When you talk about environmental issues, very few people are very excited about it. So yun din ang na-experience namin. So we always have to explain why. Bakit ba kayo mag-Euro 4? Diba? Given na pareho ng presyo. Pareho ng presyo ng dalawa eh. Bakit nyo pipiliin yung Euro 4 dun sa hindi Euro 4? And we always have to explain it through the environment. Diba? It has 90% less sulfur, up to 80% cleaner emissions. We also have to explain it's for your health. Diba? 7 billion ang ginagastos ng gobyerno every year on health or air pollution related, lung related. In March 2014, the World Health Organization reports that 1 of 8 total global deaths, 1 of 8 global ito is caused by air pollution. And third, it's for your car. Diba? Many of the vehicles, yung mga bagong vehicles that we use, are actually Euro 4 compliant engines. Ever since we launched this, many European car owners have actually become our loyal customers. They've started to switch. Nakita nila yun. Nakita nila, some European cars, like the Volvos, the Benz, if you own one, makikita nyo, pag gumamit kayo ng Euro 2 fuels, from time to time, mag-check engine yan And then you bring it to the shop, and then the shop will do some adjustment. And then after 6 months, check engine. Those car owners who switch to Euro 4 fuels stop experiencing any check engine problems. Mainly because yung engine nila, Euro 4 na talaga. Dapat Euro 4 na yung ginamit nila. Dapat Euro 6 na nga, di ba? And aside from that, better vehicle performance. Okay? So those are the 3 challenges that we faced when we launched Euro 4. We were the first, kami lang yung nagsasabing paulit-ulit na Euro 4 kami, no? Pero ang hirap talaga mag-convince minsan ng tao. And hopefully with these 3 events like this, no, magtutulungan ang business sector and other private sector to campaign this. So this is my last slide. So this is our motto, diba? Everyone gets the best fuels in the world. With Unioil, we will not shortchange. We don't. Kung kaya namin bigay yung mas maganda, bakit hindi? That's why we don't even have to increase the price, di ba? Para magkaroon ng para magkaroon ng mayayaman lang ang pwedeng gumamit ng best fuels, no? Sa Unioil, kahit na jeepney, kahit na tricycle, you deserve the best fuels. Okay? So with that, I thank you for the invitation and that's the question.
Question daw. May question. Ayan. Question.
Hello, Ken. Salamat for enlightening me, no? Kasi yun yung mga questions ko. Kanina nga, when I came in, when I delivered my keynote, hindi ko alam kung baka yun ang cause. And I'm only basing it on what I learned from Deo. No? But your presentation is perfect. It now validates what I had in mind. Kaya yung tanong ko kanina, is it not because of our fuels? Baka yung fuels natin are dirty. That's why we have a lot of emissions. No? So, thank you for validating that, and for which reason, all the more that I will engage my oversight committee on biofuels to look into it and call for itong TCPPA. So, heads up, we will invite you so that you can support me. And I'd like to request for yung kopya mo ng yung presentation mo. Especially yung testing na ginawa niyo with DNR and EMB at saka yung 2 slides na naman yun. Because I think this is probably what I will need. And siguro as early as now, parang nakumbinsi na ako, magiging oil na ako.
Salamat.
So thank you for that, and you have answered all of the questions that I had in mind. So just wanna say thank you.
Actually, kung yung mga test na yun, actually we have certificates from the DNR, EMB for all those test results. I think that will be stronger.
Thank you very much, Mr.